Hi, ladies. Hello, hello. I'm just sitting on my floor by my cat. To get a nice view of my couch. I'm just trying to switch up where I sit and do these calls. I find that I'm having a lot of neck pain from like being like this all the time or like this on my phone. So I'm just trying to like be more mobile and stand or sit or like whatever. You don't need to know the whole story, but welcome. So we are on part 5 of this 7-day series, How to Get Through the Holidays Without the Guilt. How fast is this week going? Am I right? But today's part is about sleep, okay? So I think this is probably a pretty obvious topic, but it's one of those ones that's super simple, but not always easy, right? Like, oh, just get more sleep. Not that easy, right? So let's talk about the importance of prioritizing sleep, especially through the holidays. So we're always go, 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 and that only gets worse throughout the holidays, right? Oh my gosh, there's like so much to be done. And it's so easy to think that everything else is more important than sleep. Sleep really starts to fall to the bottom of the priority list. But let's just talk about a couple things that happen when you don't get enough sleep. So first of all, a lack of sleep can actually cause your body to produce more of the hunger hormone ghrelin. Okay? So not sleeping enough can actually cause your body to produce more hunger hormones. So you're just constantly feeling hungry, right? I mean, have you ever noticed on days when you're super tired, literally all you want to do is just eat? And that's a big reason why. And then on top of that, I mean, you just don't have energy, right? Like you're foggy, you can't focus well, your mood worsens, and just everything becomes that much harder. But then since you don't have that energy, your body is going to look for energy in the quickest way that it knows how, right? We talked about this yesterday, usually in the form of sugar or caffeine, right? So the body wants that balance, and the quickest way it knows how to restore that energy is with sugar. So your body just starts craving sugar because that's all it knows. It's like, oh, I want this balance. I'm trying to help you. I don't know. Just like, eat some sugar, damn it. Right? So then you're reaching for more sugary foods just for energy or caffeine, and then by the end of the day, you've probably ended up eating even more sugar than you normally would or really want to, more than you would with just like the usual holiday treats, right? Because notice I haven't once said like have less treats. Like we want to factor in the treats, right? But then you're already having so many sugary foods throughout the day or all these coffees and whatever just to give you energy. And then what happens? You put yourself on that crazy blood sugar roller coaster, which can lead to all kinds of crap happening in your body that just makes it so hard on your body, right? I mean, we talked about all of that yesterday. And so all of this also contributes to that, right? Like having a lack of sleep can easily transition into the sugary foods, the blood sugar roller coaster, storing more fat, all kinds of things happening, right? Your mood's being all over the place. So a lack of sleep can actually unbalance your blood sugar and contribute to weight gain, right? So it's like you're feeling more hunger hormones coursing through your body, and just a lack of sleep in general can unbalance your blood sugar and contribute to weight gain. I mean, and not to mention all of the other things that we know happen when you don't get enough sleep, right? Aside from just being tired. Like there's so much that happens when you don't get enough sleep. But it can really just throw you out of whack in all kinds of ways, right? And ways that we just don't need on top of everything else that's going on over the holidays, right? So like prioritize sleep, right? And so how can we practice prioritizing sleep? First of all, scheduling, right? Look at your schedule. Plan ahead. Give yourself that space to look at your week ahead and know, okay, well, on these days, I have social engagements, so I just am not going to be able to prioritize sleep those days. But on these days, I don't have anything, so I know that I can get sleep those days, right? Like plan ahead, have a plan in place so that it does become a priority, something scheduled that you can actually follow through with, right? It's not just one of those things where it's like, oh, I should do this, but then you never do because things come up, right? Like put it in your schedule so that you know, like today, these are the days I'm getting the sleep, right? Yeah, so just pay attention. Know what your schedule looks like so that you know where you can fit in more sleep. And one of the easiest ways to get yourself prepared for bed a little earlier is to practice what I call a power down hour, okay? So this can turn into a little ritual you do each night, or any night that you can, to mentally and physically prepare yourself for sleep, okay? So what you would do is, figure out what time you'd ideally like to be in bed. Maybe it's 11 p.m. or something. And so at 10, you would know, okay, this is when I stop doing all the things. And then this is when I'm going to turn off my electronics. I'm going to stop looking at these screens late at night because the light from all those screens can fool your brain into thinking it's still daytime. And then next thing you know, you're super tired, but you're still wired. And you're like, why can't I go to sleep? A lot of times it's because you've been staring at a bright screen all night long, right? So power down those electronics. Turn down the thermostat to a nice cool temperature, so your body is cooling down, being prepared for sleep. Try not to eat a big meal late at night so that your body isn't worrying about digesting food all night, which is going to interrupt your sleep. And then try to implement something that relaxes you. Read a book, do some meditation or deep breathing, light a candle, create this nice relaxing environment for yourself, have a hot tea, whatever it is that naturally relaxes you, fit that into that time, right? Proactively take steps to relax yourself. Instead of just counting on just watching the TV to be your relaxation time, turn it off and actually actively participate in relaxing, right? And that is really going to help prepare you for sleep when you really need it. And remember too, if you can't commit to a full hour, that's okay. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. Try a half hour at first. Try 20 minutes. Whatever you can work out, do that, right? So the earlier you do this, the earlier you'll be ready to pass out and get a full night's sleep, so then you can tackle the next day the way you want to, with energy, with a good mood, and no guilt, right? And probably less sugar cravings. So that's that. Practice prioritizing your sleep as much as possible. And then it's just going to make the world of difference in how you feel. And then in turn, you're not going to feel those feelings of guilt, right? Okay. So tomorrow's episode is going to be another kind of mindset topic. And it's something that people don't always talk about. So I'm pretty excited about it. So be sure to tune in. And thanks for watching today. See you tomorrow.